What's up? What's up?
Welcome back to Digi Bros, everybody.
Yeah.
We are answering questions from our fans.
Not gonna make it.
We've answered like 1/6 of the questions on one page of the nearly 3 pages of questions I've written down.
That's basically enough.
Yeah, this will last us a bit.
Yeah.
All right, another question from Reverse Spectrum. I held off on this one
I am
because
itchy. It's hot, and I'm itchy, man. Why is it so hot right now?
you wouldn't be itchy if you wore a shirt.
I would be itchy if I. What the fucking sense does that make?
I always get way itchier if I don't wear a shirt.
That's bullshit.
My
shirt was like wool, man. This shit's like hot.
Well, then don't wear a wool shirt.
I'm dying.
Alright.
I'm on an island, right? I gotta do an option.
Alright, I saved this question. I didn't answer the last video because I thought it would probably be long. Reverse Spectrum asks, how has it been living in one house for so long as compared to moving all the time?
It's weird.
Hand me your phone. I'll read your text.
So natural. Boyd says, don't worry about ... Can I send him a picture of like a middle finger or something? Hold on, I'm gonna send him a bunch of shit emoji.
Oh god.
Oh fucking ... me, you motherfucker. I love the shit face emoji.
Anyway, what is it like living in one house as opposed to moving all the time growing up? What do you think?
I just said it was weird.
That's it? That's your full opinion?
It's pretty
on
weird.
Living in one house for 6 fucking years as opposed to moving every year, practically?
I don't know, it's weird when you think about it, but then it's like, time has gone much faster in those, like, later years.
That is what's interesting.
Yes.
Because, when I think about, like, my past, it's... people, you may have noticed I have an incredible memory for like exactly what year something happened.
Hold on, how much money do I need for this?
Jesus Christ, dude!
Blowing up my fucking phone, man.
Well, you did send him a row of shit emojis. So
he deserved it. He's
probably sending you a bunch of shit emojis.
It was like a various emojis that probably tell a story.
Yeah, I have an incredible memory of like exactly what age I was when certain things happened, or like, you know, what year it was, and that's entirely because of the fact that we moved so much, and I can remember what house we were in. You know, like I remember the house we were in when we were big into anime, when we were big into video games, etc. And so like shit, somehow this is really distracting. The fact that you're concentrating so hard on it.
How does this work? Don't I have to, like, wait until, like, the last second and then, like, fill up my A's?
Maybe.
Shit, I don't remember how to do this. I'm gonna lose.
You have to outbid everybody.
Yeah, but I think I bid at the end of my A's.
I'm really not sure. I don't remember how it works. You probably should have read their fucking description of how it works.
I was trying, but I was also trying to listen to you, and now I haven't retained either.
And now nothing's
now
happening.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about.
How much are you gonna bid, dog? What the fuck? Why? Why would you increase the bid so much?
Because I need to fuck everyone. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost me a lot more than that though.
I think it only costs 200 rupees, like at minimum.
I remember having to get like a bigger wallet or something to get it, right?
Yeah, I think you already have a bigger wallet.
No,
right?
I never got a bigger wallet. I just have a shitload of money.
Well, they're all running out of time, so you might have won. I think you might have stumped them all so fucking hard they can't do anything.
No way. There we go.
Well, it doesn't tell you how much fucking time there is. Oh, okay, there you go.
19 seconds left.
Why are you always increasing it so much?
I want to fuck them.
Well, none of them reacted.
Shit. No, you bitch. You bitch. Fuck you. Shit, there's not much time. Yes.
That was only 8 seconds.
Fuck, I should have waited. I'm the best.
I am entirely. I am wrapped up in this.
I'm the best. Come on.
All right,
Come on, motherfucker.
All right.
Come on, motherfucker. No.
Hold on. Countdown.
No.
Count down 3 seconds before you press A again. 3, 2, 5 seconds remain. 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Shit. Is there enough time? I have to bid all my money.
Oh no. No, why all of it?
Then
you can't go up from there if they... Well, I guess you can't run your whole thing up again anyway. So yeah, go for it. Whatever. You won't have time
all or nothing, bitch.
You won't have time to press A enough times anyways.
Yeah! Who knows how much
Who
knows how much I could have spent on that? But I got it.
I don't know.
For all of my money. That was some tense shit, man. I like that shit.
He basically said the winner got it for the price of I don't know, 450 rupees. All right, Victor.
Stress.
Back to the story we were talking about. Growing up, moving houses, living in one house for 6 years. Time has passed very differently. Because where I can remember what happened every year of my childhood because we moved so much, you know, except for the parts where we lived in one house for a long time, which was we lived for 4 years in Darwood Court, which is when we were pretty young, and I vaguely remember, everything that happened there, but not by year, except for the parts where I changed schools because I went to the gifted program and then came back, so I had even more moving around than I would have. But yeah, all the moving makes it so I can really easily think back on each part of my life. I can't do that with this house. All 6 years just blend together. I really couldn't tell you the difference.
It's fucking insane. It feels like since I've been out of college, it hasn't been a long time, and it was really fast. And then I think about all the shit that's happened in that amount of time, and it's just this immense amount of shit.
When I was
it's very insane.
I kind of came into contact with this heavily when I was just making how I have that game that list of every game I've played.
Yeah.
Well, I remade that into a spreadsheet so it'd be easier to add and subtract to and keep track of information. And I wrote down when the last time I played each game was, And for all the older ones, it was pretty easy because I mostly played games. It would be, this game was early GameCube. We lived in this house, so it must have been 2003 or 2001. This game was PS2. We didn't get a PS2 until 2004. We played games in that house, which was 2004 and 2005. I could really easily sort through all that shit. But when it came to stuff from the last 3 years, it was oh god, which fucking year was it? Because I know
stuff like Death Grips. I don't feel like I've known about them for a long time, and then it's been 2 or 3 years since we discovered Death Grips, right?
At least 2 years, yeah.
2 years, it's insane.
I mean, they've released 3 albums since we got it.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally fucked.
But
I like this one. It's pink.
But yeah,
Mecha Shiva.
I'll have to think back to 2012. I know I got into Terra in 2012. I know I played a bunch of indie games around that time. And I know, towards the end of the year, I was doing my action RPG thing, and I played a bunch of those. But then it's everything else, anything that's that doesn't fall in with a narrative, most of those games, I know. Okay, I played that at this point, but then it's BioShock Infinite, and I was when the fuck? Because I knew I played it when it came out, but I couldn't remember when it came out, so I had to look that up, and stuff. But some of it is just I have no idea, because that's how I've always been keeping time, is with houses.
With all these big things, and now it's just a blur.
Houses,
big fucking blur.
More so even than school grades. It's been houses.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember what grade I was in that house, but remembering the house makes things easier.
This is easier for me because I've still been in school, so I can organize things by grade still.
You can still use the grades.
All right, that was freshman year of college, even though those start to blend together too.
It doesn't help that we moved here 1 month after I graduated high school, so my whole adult life has been in this house, and it's all a blur. Now I could tell you what year major events happened. I know that I dropped out of college for the first time in 2010. I know that in 2011 I dropped out for the second time, and that's when I went to the Philippines. I know in 2012 I started my YouTube channel, so I know those benchmarks, but all the little stuff is lost in the shuffle. And obviously, we've managed to keep the same friends for like 8 years. That's like the biggest difference. Where growing up, we would move away and we just never keep in contact with the person again. You know, like we usually had 1 or 2 close friends, and then they were just gone as soon as we were not there anymore. You know, and there's a couple of people like the one guy who I most like over time have wished I could get back in contact with was that dude Chris. Do you remember him with the like
the
Mexican
guy? Yeah,
dude, the Gundam guy?
He painted model kits and stuff.
Oh yeah. This dude Chris that I knew was like really into like a like outsider art type of like freak culture and stuff. You know, he's like a really big Rob Zombie fan, like of his movies and stuff. He loved horror movies. He had like this epic collection of like horror movie action figures and Todd McFarlane shit.
Yeah.
And
he was an awesome artist.
Was really big into Gwar. Yeah, that's right. He was an awesome artist. I forgot about that. He could draw really well. And he was like this super chill, cool dude. He was like it's odd because I don't think he was a stoner at all, but he acted like he was high at all times, you know, like that kind of person who's just kind of like out of it all the time.
I know a guy who's kind of like that now.
And
he is a stoner.
he was really cool, and we were kind of friends. I think he had trouble like because I was super spurgy back then, and like I think I probably did some shit that just made him like, what the fuck is up with this kid, you know? But like he was really cool and interesting, and
you were fucking lame.
He had an older brother who was a senior in high school, and I was just about to start high school. You know, I think I was in the 9th grade for 2 weeks before we moved away.
I wasn't using my speed sail.
Dumbass.
Why?
Like I think I like my first 2 weeks of high school were spent in that house, and then we moved. But like I would ride the bus with Chris's older brother, who's a senior, and like he was telling me about how he was doing like he had like a game design club and shit, and like they were trying to like make video games and stuff, and I was like trying to get ideas from him because I wanted to be a game designer at the time, and I was like, you know, hoping to learn some shit from him, and I really felt like he could have been like my mentor if we hadn't moved, you know, and he also gave me some of his games that are like incredibly rare. He gave me Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter, which I think we might have sold.
Wow. We sold this guy's
I really didn't
rare games.
But I still have he gave me Star Ocean 2.
Yeah.
Which is fucking rare as shit for the PS1, and he gave me Final Fantasy not Anthology, what the fuck? It's that Final Fantasy Legends 3 for the Game Boy, one of those not Final Fantasy games that has Final Fantasy in the title. Super cool guy, and his younger brother Chris, super cool guy who I was friends with, but I don't know his last name, so even if he is like on Facebook or something, I have no way of finding him.
Amazing.
You know, I don't know the name of the school I went to. I don't know the names of any of the people I hung out with back then, you know. But that's the one guy who I was like, I bet I could still be friends with him, because we like the stuff that he was interested in is stuff that I am still interested in, you know, and whereas most of my friends were more friends like because we were in the same place, and we were both nerds, and we played video games, you know, and occasionally came over to each other's house, and then like you move away, and you really get the sense that your lives are not in the same place anymore, you know. Like our old friends Tommy and Corey, who we were really, really close with. By the way, someone pointed out that Corey's name is Corey House, and Corey in the House, the show, is like a huge meme.
So I had looked it up.
I was like, oh my god. I wonder if he's gotten wind of that.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like with Tommy and Corey, we were really close to them for like the 4 years we lived there, and then like we didn't really talk to them after we moved away. And like there's no way that we'd have anything like Tommy has moved to New York to become a dancer.
Yes.
You know, and it's like he's probably pursuing this career and you know, really involved and you know, has his own lifestyle, his own friends, and his own worldview.
That was really easy.
And it's amazing to see how much certain people change after we move, and then you see them again. I think the biggest example is our cousin Sarah.
Oh god.
Because
hold on, I wanted to mention it's interesting that you fight this Phantom Ganon in this game like way before you ever meet Ganon. Like, you don't really see Ganon until, like, the end of this level, maybe?
Yeah, it's at the end of this
But
level.
it's neat that you fight him before you know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because Phantom Ganon doesn't really look like Ganon in this game, so it's hard to really think of it as even being connected.
I forgot about the Skull Hammer. Cool. I got
Yeah.
a new hammer. Yeah. Oh, fuck you, dude. Ba-blow!
Anyway, our cousin Sarah, like, after we moved away from that house that we lived in for 4 years on Darwood, we moved. The reason we had moved is that my dad was like sick of his job. There was a lot of like drama going on in the office place.
Yeah.
And my dad really wanted to move to Arizona. He had been saying, and he still says occasionally, but I think they're more dead set on LA now, but he was like really into the idea of moving to Arizona because he wanted to have like those wide open skies and, you know, live in a place where it's sunny like the most hours of day and shit like that, and he likes the temperature, I guess. And they'd visited a couple times, my parents, I mean, and so my dad really wanted to move to Arizona. So he concocts this plan where our aunt, Julie, who lived in Florida and has 2 kids, Evan and Sarah. We've talked about Evan before. He's the severely autistic cousin that we have. And Sarah was like a little... Evan's like a little older than Victor, and Sarah's a little older than me. I believe that's how it is.
Yeah.
And so, like, we were talking to my aunt, and she was like, you know, I'm kind of broke and need money, and I'd love to share my place, you know. And we were like, well, you know, we're gonna go. Our plan was, this is what we were dead set on, was we were gonna go to Florida and live with her on the cheap, save up money, and move to Arizona. This was the whole plan.
Yes.
So we moved in with her in Florida, and nothing went according to plan because my parents couldn't land good enough jobs. You know, like, I guess they probably hadn't even considered the job market in Florida and what it would be like, you know. So they couldn't really land good jobs. My aunt was not someone you want to live with, really, especially the way she was at that time. And so it just was not a good situation, you know. And we moved away from all our friends and all our life to move out to fucking Florida, you know. But we were kind of friends with Sarah because she was around our age, you know. And we'd hang out with her, and like back then, she was just kind of like a basic teenager, like TV level, like cartoon basic teenager. Over time, since leaving, you know, she eventually, I think she's actually might be 2 years older than me, but she eventually left, you know, her mom's house, went to college, became an individual. And now she is like a hardcore hippie.
Yes.
Like full on.
She's a vegan
no
chef.
No holds barred. Yes.
Right now she's traveling the country doing gong dance performances, which is actually called it was like cosmic gong therapy or some shit. Like,
yeah, she does like.
It wasn't there. It was something crazy, like the wording of it. Because me and Hope joke about it.
She does gong, like ritualistic gong music, and is a vegan chef. And she like when I remember when I knew her, she just like dressed normal and she had red hair and freckles when I knew her, and she was kind of fat. Mm-hmm. Now she's like thin, has blonde hair, has does her makeup, has piercings and shit, wears all black. It is a full on vegan, like the type of vegan who's very pronounced about it, like it's a big part of their life, and is a vegan chef. Like, is that like literally her profession?
I believe her profession is that she's a vegan chef.
I know she posts a lot of vegan
even though
food
now
on
she's
Facebook.
traveling the country doing cosmic gong dancing, so I don't really know where the income is coming from.
It was just like, it was really interesting to watch that evolution through Facebook.
Yes.
Where like I knew her as a 14-year-old, you know, as her being a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
If that, maybe even 12 or 13. She was young, you know. I think she was in 8th grade when we lived there. Uh-huh. So, yeah. And now, like, over the years, I watched her, like, become this, like, vegan, gong dancing, you know, environmentalist hippie, essentially, over time. I'm not saying that necessarily as an insult. She just is a hippie.
Yeah, I mean, it's literal.
It's like Jesus Christ Superstar level of of hippie. But yeah, so it is interesting to see how these people change that we move away from, and then you see them like grow up, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think anyone was surprised when he became a dancer, because all he wanted to do was be a dancer growing up.
Corey's in like the military, right?
Yeah,
he's in the army.
Isn't he out by now? I think he finished
if he's
his.
out or if he's still in.
He was in the military for like, because he went like right out of high school.
Yeah.
So he's probably been in for like 4 years. If he's still in. But yeah, Corey joined the military. I mean, that's what half the people we know did. But like, yeah,
directionless youth.
So we usually like just moved away and never talked to people again. But like all the people we've met since really the last 3 houses, because all the last 3 houses we had have all been like right next to each other. Like we've lived in the same area.
Yeah.
We me and Victor attended the same high school through all 3 houses.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to decentralize again. And the only reason we switched houses is because my dad kept getting paid more and we needed a bigger place. Like when we first moved back to Virginia Beach, the house we were in was like tiny for having 5 people in it and all our shit.
Yeah.
It was like very cramped, very like you could hear everything in every other room kind of thing, So we moved into a bigger house. And then I think we moved again because we wanted a house without stairs. Because my mom has trouble, like, she has, like, trouble with her knees. So, like, she has trouble going up and down stairs all the time. And their room had been upstairs in the last house.
I didn't even realize that was a factor in this
That's
house.
why we got this that's why we got a 1-story house.
I had no idea.
Yeah, we live in, like, an enormous 1-story house.
Why the fuck did I go all that way
specifically
for
so that we don't have to go up as many stairs. There's 3 stairs separating the kitchen from the den, and you'll see Mom like go on those stairs, So yeah, that was a factor, and I don't know what else. I guess we just wanted a bigger place, but our last place was pretty big, so like when we were first moving out of there, I had no desire to leave, and I was like, why the fuck are we doing this? I really like this house, you know. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode of Digi Bros. Victor will figure out what the fuck he's doing here.
It's a big chest
when
in
we
there. I
come
gotta get in
back.
there.